Ladies and gentlemen, about to make his way to the cage, please welcome Beever.
Dylan Beever fighting out of Jeff Cressman's academy. He is a well-rounded fighter. He actually competed against one of my students in kickboxing.
Nice.
And the man is a tank. And I told him when he kickboxed, it was going to be terrifying to see what he could do with his wrestling. And he showed that in his last fight against Bilal Khan in Art of War when he locked up a really, really tight guillotine in his second round in that fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he's improved from his last Art of War fight and what he's going to do in this one.
Nice. Jeff Cressman, man, that man's been around forever in this sport.
Cressman is definitely one of the OGs. I met him back in the day when he was an instructor over at Datus, which is essentially like the pool of life for all of the MMA scene in the East Coast.
Absolutely.
Guys, and when I say that, I've got the interview with these guys on MyNews.com, and I love both of these guys, man. Both such young, humble, hard-working guys. I think both of them have futures as pro prospects, and right now they're squaring off as amateurs. This is going to be a banger.
I gotta say, I wish I was cool enough to walk out to country music.
Nah, I can't do that. I need to have something with some curse words in it and everything. Country's not for me. No knock towards it.
So what, Bob, what have we seen from Eric Beitz before?
Eric Beitz on our last card, he got rocked in the first 10 or 15 seconds of the fight, and he showed amazing resilience, and he came back and he made it through that first round, dominated the second and third round. So he showed us his heart and how much resilience he has that last fight. Super impressive, because I thought the fight was over early on, and he toughed it through that first round. Second and third round, he dominated. So
absolutely, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do tonight. If you're talking about the the East Coast powerhouse gyms, talk about MPR MMA Endurance, run by Eric Purcell, home of Pat Sabatini, some of the top, one of the top featherweights in the UFC right now. So it's definitely, that Eric Beitz has a plethora of the top level training partners to work with.
Say that word again. Plethora.
Plethora.
Use that in a different sentence too.
I would say, I guess it means variety, something like that, in case, if you need to brush up on your old dictionary.
Yeah, absolutely, I do. Eric Purcell has a really good school, really beautiful facility over there. Like Mr. Cafaro, just mentioned my brother Patrick Sabatini's out of there. I used one of his coaches out of there from one of my fights, my brother Johnson Jajute. Hell of a boxer.
Yeah, there's just a lot of caliber instructors over there.
They got a really good instructor there now, Justin Burke, as well.
And there we go.
And it is set for 3 2-minute rounds of war. Introducing to you first, out of the blue corner, standing and to my right, he comes to us undefeated and 1-0. He hails from Yakima, Washington, and he represents Power Half Wrestling and MMA. Weighing in at 136 pounds, he is a Marine veteran, Dylan Beever. His opponent, out of the red corner and to my left, he hails from Bensalem, Pennsylvania. He weighed in at 134 pounds. He represents MPR, MMA, and Endurance, and is undefeated at 2-0. This is Eric Beitz. Your referee is David Osagi.
This is one of them fights where both guys, I think, have tremendous ground games and ground skills and grappling that I hope that they balance each other out and we see a stand-up battle. I love both of these guys.
Touch,
Dylan Beever, the sergeant in the Marine Corps, Eric Beitz.
Really technical kickboxing here by Beever.
Oh!
Stunned him
Skates,
early.
put him on skates.
Beever was telling me this is the first time he cut the 135 since he was in high school wrestling.
I was going to say, I saw him at 45 for his last fight. I didn't know he could make 35. Holy smokes. Really nice timing on from Eric Beitz, though, to cut that.
Absolutely.
Cut the takedown. Beautiful job timing the low kick on Beever. But let's see if Dylan can use his wrestling to get back up.
Sergeant Marine Corps.
Yes.
Double dog like that.
He just got his
Look at
4-year
that.
anniversary
Beautiful.
last week, Justin.
Nice technical get up there by Beever. This is a high-level amateur fight, guys.
That for sure. As a matter of fact, I picked this for fight of the night when I saw the card because I just knew. Like I said, I believe both of these guys will be fighting pro eventually, Ryan.
Yeah. Dylan doing a good job setting up his straight right, using multiple jabs. Oh, and he tags Beitz standing tall.
Nice. Beitz got to establish that jab if he wants to do anything with this.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
And Dylan using a little bit of a sprawl and brawl kind of style here tonight. Completely different from what he saw when he fought Bilal Khan. Oh, big knee. And a
Nice
counter
hook.
left hook by Beitz.
And both of these guys are taking turns beating each other up. I love it.
Nice
Beautiful
takedown. Off the
takedown.
cage takedown. Nice.
Man, what a high-level amateur
Beautiful.
fight so far. Beitz doing a good job of sitting on that leg from half guard and hammering down to the body.
Good recovery for Beitz after getting hit with that hard-ass right hand.
I mean, it's like Bob said, Beitz has shown a habit of suffering adversity early and then getting stronger as the fight goes on. So we'll see. Man, I wish these guys could hit each other in the head. That's all I can say on the ground.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Nice back take.
What a brawl. Like I said, both of these guys, it's a shame either of them is going to take a loss tonight.
Yeah.
But I think we're looking at two really, really high-level prospects.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, Ryan, it's a high-level fight, and it
I was
really
going to
is.
say, Bob, but based on how close that first round was, they might have a draw at the rate we're going. It was such a back-and-forth fight. I might have to give Beever the first round based on the damage. Because, he, in my opinion, I think he came closer to finishing the fight with strikes a couple times, but Beitz did a really good job with the takedown. So it kind of depends on what the judges are looking for. If they're looking for takedowns and top control, Beitz is going to win the round. But if they're looking for effective striking, then Beaver's going to win the round. So but I have to say it's razor close and a nail biter.
Totally agree.
I think this fight's going to come down to cardio. Who's in better shape?
I think a second round stoppage. One of them going to get stopped.
Haskell calling for the stoppages round.
I'm thinking.
Beitz looks like he's sucking a little bit of wind here. But, some people just look tired in between rounds. They might not actually be tired, so we'll see.
Yeah, you might have just caught him when he was taking a deep
Throwing
breath.
some leather right there. There you go.
I feel like Beever has the advantage in some of these exchanges because he's the one he's lower and his hips are loaded. Beitz is kind of reaching and leaning back. That's why he's getting tagged here with this left hook.
Shout out to the people out there in Yakima, Washington, where Dylan Beever is from. I know he
Oh,
has.
guillotine.
As I say that, he tries to lock up the guillotine anyway.
Yep.
Yakima, Washington, we have some people out there watching on the pay-per-view.
He's got the neck, but Beitz is doing a good job of neutralizing Dylan's guard, and he uses the guillotine attempt to pass.
What did I tell you about that guillotine, Ryan?
Yep, like I
short
said,
skirt. It's
there
a
you
short
go.
skirt. It looks good, but it gets you in trouble sometimes.
There you go.
I never get tired of the short skirt reference.
Absolutely.
But Beitz is taking full advantage of it, and now is just coasting and mount, attacking the body, making Dylan pay. And
This is like one of the worst rules for MMA right here. Like
the
you
no
should be able to
punching of the face.
no punching to the head, the face right now. Like there's so many more things that could happen here right now.
But on the plus side, this is a very valuable lesson for Dylan Beever where he doesn't sustain any unnecessary head damage. Because, I mean, if you look at it in that sense, I guess the development of these amateurs, it's sort of like he gets in these positions and it's like, oh, crap, if this was a pro fight, I would be taking a lot of abuse right now. So,
or at the same time, it could create bad habits.
This is very true. So it's a double-edged sword. In that
What Justin and I talked about in the past is they should really stand guys up. If you're not going to be allowed ground strikes, after you get the takedown, after 10 seconds or so, stand them back up.
Right, which negates the jiu-jitsu in the game completely. So.
Because this right here, Beitz wins the round here. This is Beitz round.
Yeah.
He wins it. But
I
what
agree.
did Beitz really accomplish besides mount and punching shoulders? No disrespect, because the kid's doing great.
He's definitely fatiguing Beever, if I had to say so. Attacking the body with some, and he's doing a good
They're
job.
both
with the
high
ground
level.
and
They're
pound.
both high level. I mean, they're both fighters. Yeah, NPR guy. I mean, NPR doesn't produce junk.
I agree. Beever needs a really, really big round here going
agree.
into the third.
I agree.
So because And even if he does have a big round, this fight could go either way. So for Beever to make this fight close, he needs a dominant third round or a stoppage, because the first round was as close as it gets, and then round 2, Beitz pulled away with the takedown from top, or at least the failed guillotine attempt. If I were in Beaver's corner and I'm Cressman, I'm telling him, listen, no more guillotine attempts. If you do a guillotine, it better be a standing attempt, or you better take top position with it. You cannot afford to go to your back and lose the round again.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, Rye.
And honestly, if I'm Purcell and I'm in Beitz's corner, I might say, hey, take a shot. Don't be afraid to stick your neck out. You know how to defend it, because he can pull guard and then you win the round. But we'll see what happens. This is a very, very high-level fight, though.
Here we go.
Oh, that nice little quick hook there by Beitz, right off the glove touch almost. Unless it was a glove touch, but Beever attacking the body and the legs, staying diligent with it. Good shot, but good sprawl by Beitz. I think Beaver's starting to fatigue a little bit. Beitz looking to cut the corner, but Beever ends up, he almost ended up on top, but Beitz did a beautiful job of staying composed in these exchanges and manages to take top position on Beever.
Nice.
Yeah, Beitz, his grappling looks like it is a little bit.
Oh, he's on the neck. He's under the neck.
We got a rear
Beever.
naked choke going.
I don't know how tight. Oh, and
That's
there's
it.
the
Fight
stop.
over.
Beautiful job by
That was a
Eric
round
Beitz.
too late.
Wow, beautiful job there.
Hey,
by
Ryan,
Eric
I
Beitz.
want just to take a little check mark right by now and put it by Eric Beitz's name, 3-0. 3-0 for Eric Beitz against good competition. You know, maybe a title shot in the future, but I see a really bright future for Mr. Beitz.
Absolutely, that was a very, very great performance there by Beitz, staying composed, doing what he had to do to get the job done. I'm very, very impressed by this young gentleman. And Dylan Beever, you know, he's very young. This is, you want to fight the Eric Beitzes of your division when you're this young and this early in your career, because you will only get better from here. If you just fight a bunch of cans and a bunch of schlubs, by the time you go to the pros, there are no cans, there are no schlubs, unless you sell 1 million tickets. But that's neither here nor there. The point is that Beever is fighting elite level competition. These guys are challenging each other and testing each other and pushing each other, so they're only going to get better from here. And Dylan, we know he'll be back better than ever.
Absolutely. He'll probably be in the gym Monday if I know him, if not tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest came to a close at 46 seconds in round number 3. Your winner by a tap out to the rear naked choke, Eric Beitz.
Yep. Great future for both of these guys, but obviously after this victory, Eric Beitz has to feel, you know, confident 3-0. And listen, if I'm him, if I'm Eric and his coach, I'm saying, hey, Mike Bickings, 3-0, it's getting close to an amateur title shot now.